represent impact and the life. It is a little bit more comfortable now, and we have knocked out all our bills. We're now debt free. Yeah. So presidency is a nice position to be at, but I'm not stopping. I'm looking at my mentor, Sal Bell, and he keeps frontlining, so I'm gonna keep going too.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah. Imagine life with no debt. That's crazy. No debt, like no college tuition, no credit card debt, nothing. Just being able to, and then you're making $25,000 a month on top of that. All right, cool. So, man, this is my brother right here, Jason Torres, like crazy. Like this dude shows up, he's nonstop, like just running the Fit Club structure. I don't know, like the heartbeat of why we can build our business, healthy, active lifestyle out of this club in the Uncomfortable Squad. I want you to recognize, like this is the reason why he's president's team. It's because he shows up the way that he does, and he's relentless about it. Like, he made that decision a while ago. I remember walking with him on the sidewalk after leaving Styles' house for one of our meetings, and it was like the light switch just went off. And he was like, I'm ready to go. And like that next month, he did like, what, 5,000 volume points or something. He went from like doing like 100 volume points to 5,000 overnight. Because it was like a snap decision, and he just decided from there it's been like consistently, always over his 2,500. I don't know his numbers like that, but I know he's had a lot of 10K months, high personal production, and that's why you're president's team today, because of the way you decided to show up. So thank you so much. Tell me a little bit about this journey. You've been so invested into this team with your leadership. What does this represent to you, wearing that diamond on your chest?
It represents a lot. It represents the hard work I do. It was just like a decision that I made that I'm going to fully commit my life, my life to presidency because of my mother. A lot of you guys know about the reason why I do this business, and it's just, she's the reason why, I'm never going to stop. She never did it for me, so I'm not going to stop for her. And so what presidency means to me is just not quitting on her. And it's just not, it's just like she said, it's a decision. There's no reason why I'm not going to be where I need to be because of her. Life happens to me. Life happens to everyone. But I just decided. And I want to take care of her. So now it's just a decision that I made, no matter what, guys. No matter what. I remember my journey towards Get Team. I was riding with Style every day because he didn't have a car. And he made that decision. He's going to be there no matter what. So it's I'm doing that. There's no reason why I'm not going to be somewhere for anything because of this business, because I committed. Me committing means cutting off all the other options. And I committed, so there's no reason why I'm not going to be somewhere. That's why I go so hard. That's why I had everything, because of my mother. Okay? And so not being somewhere is me giving up on her. So it's I already made that decision. I'm not going to give up on my mother. So that's why that's why I hit presidency. Okay? And that's what it means to me. And I'm not going to stop. Presidency is where I want to be right now. And I want to take care of her. Because every time I leave, it's just worrying about dang, what's going to happen at home? So it's I grind hard for her. And so it's just not going to stop, because it's okay. She said, now I'm dang, what house am I going to get? What's the next house I'm going to get for her? And what's the next thing I'm going to get for her? She's the reason why I go hard. Before I got hard results. That's fine. But now it's I have a reason why I grind hard. It's my mother. Okay? And so that's what this presidency means to me. It's not the income. It's not the lifestyle. It's for her. That's going to come with it. But it's that's my why. I'm grinding because of you, Mom. Every day. So it's that's what it means to me. I want to pay my mom. Boom, you made it. So it's presidency is for my mother. And what comes with it is just the dessert. I'm going to get the cars, I'm going to get the house, I'm going to get everything like that. But just to have my mother, personally taken care of every day is just why I do this. And that's why I hate presidency. And my why is that strong?
Can I ask what's the first thing you got for her?
I'm getting a personal assistant, so someone there with her every day.
Awesome. Wow, that's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. I can feel the conviction when you speak about it. Wow, thank you. Pregnancy, man, it's real. So we have a beautiful Mama Lakin, and I just want to congratulate you for getting to this level of the marketing plan while you have you've shown people how to work this business part-time powerfully, around your teaching schedule. So, I want to hear a little bit about if you made the decision to retire at presidency. And, what your plan is now that you're at this pin. It's a big deal, like nonstop, every single weekend. She comes out from Corona. That's a long drive, you guys. But it's because she made the decision to do so. And again, it's those powerful decisions to plug in and show up no matter what the distance, why your presidency. Again, it's your standard. So I just want to thank you for being that example. And I want to know how hitting presidency, having this diamond on your chest, what it represents to you and how it's changed your life.
It's going to be really hard. This is one of my toughest days today.
Clap it up for Mama. And to the new people in the back that just joined in December 2015. You being the new person, this room is packed. Like, you now see possibility. Look at the people that came before you and look at the tab team here in front, right? And all the work, but it's so worth it. It's so possible. Look at all these people standing up here. Like, how possible it is for you to have that life. How accessible this is. I didn't know, just like Mom Lady didn't know this existed. Like, what a gift. Whoever brought you down and showed you this life, like give them a hug before the day is over, because it's truly incredible what we have here, what we've been given here. You see the lives changing. You see the real tears of what this pin presidency means to the people up here and the work that went in for this to happen. It's just absolutely incredible. Like, man, these are, my heart's singing right now, because it's just, I've seen it from day one since I've come in. I've seen the grind. It's real. Thank you so much for sharing. It's real, you guys. So Nicole, like this right here, to see her up here for 30K executive president's team, meaning she has a diamond underneath her. She has her president's team. And 30K, you guys, it means that her organization does over $600,000 a month. Like, that impact is phenomenal. Like, so many people in this room I see that are a part of her team, and they're going out there. I see every single, event. It's a lot of her team showing up, Leaders Rising, and, from all the things we have around the clock here, around the schedule, the leadership is strong on her team. And why? Because she's a strong leader. She's showing and embodying that. So the people that are looking up to her on Get Uncomfortable Squad as a whole, you guys are better because she's a leader on this team. And what she said, the thoroughness, the attention to detail, the hours that she has put in over the past couple years to make this team what it is, the investment, the blood, sweat, and tears. You guys have no idea. You guys have no idea what has gone in from, the days that she used to just be calling people, hitting people up on Facebook to get somebody to come to the beach because it was that serious to her that she was like, I need a guest. Like, no matter what, I'm going to have a guest at the beach. This is back when we were in Santa Monica. And it wasn't even a second thought. It was like, I'm going to have people, I'm going to build this out, they're going to come to the HOM afterwards, we're going to drink a shake, and they're going to get started on a nutrition plan. And then all the way up to a year ago, opening up the club and just being like my rock, like my ride or die, like that person who I know I can depend on. Like, I'm so grateful for you. And like to see you up here getting pinned for, 30K executive president's team, like if anybody deserves that, it's you. So I just want to know, like, I've seen how far you've come. You're a president's team member. You've happened, since extravaganza. But what does this mean to you, Nicole? I just want to make it, you go broad. Whatever you need to say, however this has impacted your life. She's making a lot of money. She's making like over $75,000, $80,000 a month. So, tell me a little bit about how over the past year things have changed for you and what has changed, not only with your situation financially, but who you've become.
Honestly, Millionaire Team was more than enough money. So, for me, President's Team was inevitable based not only love myself, but love others, and being grateful for what I had already in order to get more abundance. For me, the people, not only on my team, but in Team Herbalife all over the globe, have impacted my life greatly. To have people look up to me so much makes me step up my game, and it has nothing to do with the business structure or the money anymore. It hasn't for over a year. It has everything to do with the people and purely being happy all the time and being able to tap into what I can really go after in my life. So travel and becoming an entrepreneur has been amazing. Traveling the world, hitting my mom, seeing my sisters live a free life is awesome. None of us have to struggle in a 9-to-5 job, and all of us get to pursue our full life, and it's very beautiful. And also their babies are pretty. A lot of people don't know this, but when I started the business, and the reason why I reached out to Style and asked about a Saturday training is because I realized that the job that I was in was not going to allow me to be a stay-at-home mom. So I realized my passion to be a stay-at-home mom and have kids and pursue that. Yeah, I'm not pregnant right now. Next spring. We're having the wedding of my dreams, and it has nothing to do with the dress or the actual ring, which is very big. It has everything to do with, honestly, a glowing Nicole, a loving Nicole, like a person who adores my family, and that's Team Herbalife. And also a person who's spiritually connected to my husband. One more thing. Besides my core family and you guys, the people who are watching right now, my team that's literally all over the world, they're becoming my best friends. Ari, Al, Jatane, Shreya, Jamaica, Erica, Sheena, Dawn, Sean, like so many of them. I'm still realizing the power. Because it's large. And every day I get to step into it and realize it more and more. And I think God for everything who He is.
Stand up for the GUS presidency members. We are the presidency of this organization, and to be this body of leaders with you guys, I truly feel unstoppable. And I know that the next wave of presidents, team members from our middle team, and all this get team that takes up the first half of the room is just absolutely incredible. So thank you about what he loves. He was sharing with something. He was being the perfect distributor and health coach. He wasn't coming off like a salesperson. He was just sharing how someone's life had been impacted through Herbalife. He wasn't attached to any outcome. And I must say that is that entire way of being, even at World Team, when I met him, is that entire way of being of why he's so successful. He's able to speak with conviction. He's able to speak with passion. When I first came into the business, I wasn't able to speak as well as I can speak today. But I've watched him, and I've been able to learn from him on the way that I've learned so much, how to do a wellness evaluation. Literally like a sponge soaked up what he had to teach me. And we used to just sit and dream together. You know, we used to fight. Like it was like brother and sister, and I would be driving him to an audition or something because he didn't have a car, and he'd be getting on my nerves, and then, but there was a day that I literally wasn't being grateful for everything that he gave me. I'll never forget it. I picked him up late to go to the beach, and he was running a station, and I picked him up late, and I was like, you should be happy that I'm picking you up. And he tore me a new one. I've never been, and I tell this story because I'm grateful for that day. Because I'm forever changed. I learned how to respect people's time. And it didn't matter that I was driving him. That was simply being ungrateful for what he'd given me. And I'm telling you, I'm so grateful for the way that day that you told me about myself, so real and so raw, because literally it changed me forever from that point. I decided to show up better, I decided to respect time, and I decided to take on the business differently. And it was because he didn't sugarcoat it, he didn't dance around it, he told me about myself the way that, you know, a mentor should if they care. And it's because of his drive, his wisdom, his passion in this business of just really being able to tell us how it is that, you know, he stands before us, fully qualified, chairman's club. Not only that, you guys, he's like 50, 60K, well, 60K. 60K chairman's club. He has 5 lines of president's team. We have a Get Uncomfortable Squad member with 5 lines of president's team, and it's because of your leadership that we have all these president's team members that were just up here. You've changed so many people's lives. You can get pushed to president's team. You can almost like accidentally get president's team, right? If you were lucky, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's no right or wrong way to get president's team. But Chairman's Club is absolute strategy and leadership. You cannot get pushed to Chairman's Club because it takes that leadership of building and grooming and countless hours of pouring into people. This is a people's business. And now, you know, we've been so lucky to have him at our fingertips, right? Just close by, we can touch him, and we're so lucky to have him today because, you know, he's in high demand. The company is sending him all around the world to speak. He's the first African American Chairman's Club member. And it's a big deal with an Herbalife. He completely changed the face of this company, you guys. It's a big deal. And not only the face of Herbalife, but you completely changed my life. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. And, you know, I really just want to give the rest of the time, the stage for you, because you are the new Chairman's Club, and you mean so much to us. You are the founder of Get Uncomfortable Squad, and we're so grateful for you. So please, like, tell us what this represents to you, Sal.
A year ago, I was 15K president's team, and I don't say it much, but at 15K president's team right now, my income is like $40,000 a month, and just a year ago, you guys, before that, I was making about $8,000 a month. I remember doing TGI and saying it. And I was like, 8,000. Even as I was saying it, it was like unbelievable. And so there's a reason why we don't say 40,000 in front of the room, because it just goes so far. And then Celeste gave me this piece of paper and it said, Sal, next year, you know, you can be Chairman's Club, 50K, your income is $150,000 a month. I was like, and then, you know, it seemed, I'll be honest with you, it seems so, I mean, I wouldn't say that the amount of income was unrealistic. It was just the belief of saying, can I be Chairman's Club and can I be 50K? Because right now, like, once you start getting a certain amount of income, like, you know, the president's team members up here said, you don't really, it stops being about that. And Andrew Coleman told me that, you guys. Andrew was one of the first people I spoke to after really connecting with Mark and Jill. And I said, Andrew, just tell me the truth, please. I was like, I'm excited. I want to go. I want to build my business. But tell me the truth. Because everybody's saying it's simple. And I don't believe that. And I said, if you can tell me, I promise you I'll do it. I promise you. And he said, Sal, he's like, I'm going to be honest with you. He said, and we can't always say this in front of the room. He said, but it's going to take hard work. He was like, it might look like I've always had anything, but he's like, I didn't have anything when I grew up. And I really wanted to buy my mom a house, kind of like what Jason was saying. And he said, he's like, I was standing in the snow. I would wake up in the morning from the time I woke up to the time I went to sleep. I was doing Herbalife. If you would have been 5 feet of me, you were going to hear about it. He said, I was standing in front of this train station. This is in wherever country he was from, exactly. And he would hand out flyers to every single person that walked by. And then he said, I would walk down the train and I would tap people on the shoulder and ask them, do you speak English? Do you speak English? Do you speak English? Do you speak English? And whoever said yes, I would offer them to come to coffee with me. And you better be damn right, by the time I got done having coffee with them, they were using the Herbalife product. And he said that he did that, you guys, for years. Andrew told me that to my face. And he said, if you're willing to do and work hard style, he's like, you can be, people will look at you like the way they look at me. And I was like, royalty, when he told me that. I was like, this guy's got to be out of his mind. Like, he doesn't know. Like, but I took on that information, and I think the craziest thing to appreciate at Chairman's Club, you guys, is like, you know, I got a lot of love for all of you guys. There's some people that when you start with a certain group of people, like, you know, to see Ali in front of the room, like, because it's hard to make $40,000 a month and know that some people aren't making anything at all. And to be a president's team member at that point is to know that you guys don't understand how hard it is for me to come into those doors sometimes, knowing that some people aren't eating, because that was me. And I would be doing a disservice by giving them money. And that's the hardest thing in the world to accept as a president's team member. And a lot of you guys will have never experienced it. So imagine that. You make $40,000 and your friend, you know your friend that you care about has to eat struggle puffs. But it's very difficult. It's difficult as being president to doing that. But I realized when I went to Mark and I asked Mark questions, and he said, Sal, you gotta be willing to bring people to the leadership. You gotta be willing to do this. You need to be this, and you need to be that. I never said, Mark, I never told him about my bike getting stolen, anything. I never told him that I didn't have food to eat. Mark knew that I couldn't eat. Mark saw me hiding outside the club. He saw me and he would just wave at me. But Mark never came to me and said, Sal, here's $5. And Mark makes a ridiculous amount of income. And if Mark would have gave me that $5, it would have made my life worse. Do you understand? So being Chairman's Club and then seeing these presidents, team members here, you guys, it was like, it was so, I saw Mama Lincoln, I was like, dang, she gonna cry again? Then I was like, dang, I'm about to cry. I'm about to cry. It's crazy. Like, I don't cry. You know, like, not in front of people at least. And the most amazing thing is, as I was saying, I could visualize the people all the way to the back of that glass, like Celeste said, and then to see Nicole Lakin, the first person who ever believed in anything that I was talking about. But not only that, to see her mother, you know, you guys, and then to see Jason talking about his mom, like, as Chairman's Club, there's nothing I can do to bring my mom back. You know, and I'm committed to continue to go as Chairman's Club. You guys, if you guys have noticed, you know, I talked to Mark yesterday. Mark, he said, Sal, he's like, what I love about you is that you keep going. He's like, you average now for 2.5 years, 8,000 volume points a month, every single month. And sometimes you've done 20,000. He's like, but you averaged. You know how hard it is? I averaged to get 8,000. And he was like, there's other presidents, team members, I'm not going to say any names. He's like, but they're not in front of the room and they're not building. And then they're trying to push people to build. He's like, if your team would just watch actually what you're doing, your organization would be ridiculous. And I was like, dude, I was like looking up to you, like you changed my life in front of the room, and now you're telling me that I'm powerful. So it's dope. Like Chairman's Club is exciting, you guys. One of the first things I'm going to do is this Christmas, you guys, like, I sent my nephew a couple $1,000. He didn't know it. I just said, what's your bank account information? How much money do you have saved? And then he checked my account. He called me like 6 times. Because my nephew was there when you know, a lot of you guys don't know this, but me and my nephew was physically beat for about 6 years. And I took care of him during that time. And I just told him, I was like, this money, you got to know that I work hard, like Jason said, not just for me, but for you too. And he still lives in Oakland. That's the worst place in the world to live. So I sent him some money, and then I got some gifts from my cousins that you guys see photos on Instagram of those little guys. I got them Barbie dolls and art sets, and it was just dope. So I think as Chairman's Club, the first thing that I'm going to do, or one of the things I'm going to do, I'm going to get a private jet. I've always said it. I'm going to get a GUS private jet. I'm not kidding. And we're going to have a private plane, and we're going to go to trainers together on this plane. That's one thing that I'm committed to doing. Another thing is, you guys, I can't wait to be able to, you know, experience what it's like to be president's team with other people. Because that's another thing I just can't wait. Like right now, you guys, I can go anywhere in the world, but it's not the same. It's not the same. So that's why sometimes I'm like, dude, go, get up, come. Why are you late? What's up? What are you doing? Do you talk to anybody? Are you being a health coach? Like, let's go, because I want to go to Bora Bora with somebody. You know, so I'm going to be like Kobe at the Great Wall of China. With all of us, though. So that's one thing that I'm committed to doing with the president's team members. I'm excited about it. And Celeste made everybody cry today. This is an amazing supervisor school. As a Chairman's Club member, being the first African American Chairman's Club member, I'm committed to continuing to go. And I'm going to continue to bring the organization. I'm going to continue to do volume. I'm going to continue to consume the products. And I'm excited about buying President's team members with special gifts once they get there. So as Chairman's Club, I really want to give it up for 30, 40, 70K, 70K, senior vice president executive. So that's
You know, standing up here, 70K, senior You know, it's powerful that something completely changed my life. You know, a year ago when I was like up here kind of going hard on you guys, can you see why that I did it? Can you see why that I was being like real straightforward with you guys? Because I had really big vision for what you guys were going to be up to for the year to follow that. So I really wanted to just be straight and let you know that like I see more in you than some of you see in yourself. Like I really see what you guys can do. And like now that this room is full of your team, some of you were in here by yourself a year ago. You know, you didn't have anyone else in the supervisor school, and now you have a couple rows of people. As a matter of fact, like people are standing in the back, and there's not going to be enough room in here when we do the quick start training and the HON and all the active supervisors. Of course, that's why we now have active supervisor school, and we're going to have another training for you guys in the other room because we need enough room for the new people to come in. So just a year ago, that was crazy to think about. So, I mean, you know, thank you for the way that you guys show up. Like, this is now officially a well-oiled machine, and the momentum is crazy. Do you remember a year ago when we were going through the tab recognition and no one was standing up for, like, Get Team, no one was standing up for even being in cuts, no one was standing up for Mill Team being in cuts. There was nobody in cuts as president's team, and now it's like every single month there's brand new tab team coming up here. Every single month there's new Mill Team, and there's new pres, we even have a chairman's club member now. Like, how much has changed in a year? Because you guys decided to step your leadership up. Because you guys decided to create that body and that succession of leaders to take it to where we are today. Literally, we are in Compton, California, and we are bringing an incredible opportunity, and we're teaching people how to build financial wealth. We're teaching people how to be healthy, get their health back, get their heart back, keep their families together. Like, this is so much more than drinking a shake in the morning. This is like changing lives. I see people crying up here who are hitting President's Team and Chairman's Club because of the way that they've been invested in this company. Don't you feel, especially you in the front, the tab team, right? You guys are all global expansion team up here. Like, you guys have invested a lot into Get Uncomfortable Squad. You have. You showed up. You guys pay rent every single month. You know, President's Team members pay a lot of rent. And that's why this is so fly. There's like big screen TVs all over the place. Like 5 in that room. But it's incredible what we did. And when we didn't have much, we still made it happen, right? Think about it. That's when it's the most powerful. When Sal didn't have a car, and he didn't even have $5 to get to the club, that's when he went the hardest. I mean, he still goes hard now, but it was a different hunger. It doesn't take a lot, right? You don't need to have a bunch of money to be successful in this company. As a matter of fact, you're at an advantage if you don't have a lot of money because you're being driven from a different place. And I'm going to tell you, there is days when I was active supervisor, I just quit my job, and I literally paid my rent 2 months out, and I said, I have no money. I said, I have enough to like order some shakes, so I have some food. All right, cool. But like, I literally paid my rent 2 months in advance when I got that last paycheck from my job, and I said, I have to make it. I said, I don't have a choice not to be successful and at least getting to like active world teams soon, because I need to be making like at least $3,000 a month so I can pay my bills. Like, it was either that or I was going to be evicted, because I needed that money, that retail money. Like, I needed that wholesale money to come in so I could survive. And I wasn't even living in a nice apartment. I was living in an apartment, like a studio in Inglewood with like, you know, it wasn't nearly the conditions. I was grateful for that space to build out of, but it wasn't a lot. And there was even times when I could not pay my rent. And I still came in. I came to Active Nutrition with a smile on my face because I was grateful for the community that we had. But there was times when I literally couldn't make it happen, and I was trying to style my car, like, what am I going to do? And he was just like, you have to go through this. Like, you have to go through this. It's part of your story. You're going to make it. Trust me, Celeste, you're gonna make it. Just believe, see what I see. Like, just keep on doing what you're doing and being focused, and you will be financially stable. This is gonna be a thing of the past. And literally, you know, I just kept my eye on the prize and kept going. And I'm telling you, I have those people to tell me about myself. When I was late, there was times I was late for pre-meeting to get active nutrition when I had to be in front of the room, and they took me off. They said, no, that's not the way you show up. You are not speaking today. Go sit down. And that hurt. Like, there's times where I would cry because I felt so sick to my stomach for the fact that I was late and I let everybody down when I'm trying to be a leader in this company, right? But I'm so glad they cut me like that. I'm so glad they told me about myself because it made me strong enough to stand before you today. And so really think about what has been given to you and the opportunity that we have, right? And how far we've been able to come in the last year. We've seen you've seen the tears shed, you've seen everything. I'm just so proud of you guys, and thank you for just really stepping up and riding this wave of momentum, you guys. And I don't even know where we're going to be a year from now. So, on behalf of myself and the Get Uncomfortable Squad, our Chairman's Club, and our President's team, thank you for coming today to Supervisor School.
It's because of where we are. We don't have a microphone.